One Battle After Another is the newest film from one of the best writer-directors of all time, Paul Thomas Anderson. Stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, amongst many other very talented people. So when their evil enemy resurfaces after 16 years, a group of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue one of their own's daughter. But I also want to give a big thank you to the sponsor for this video, BetterHelp. I think we've all had moments where we are trying to push forward, whether it's in a career or just in our personal life, and we can feel stagnant, like something is holding us back. The strength to keep going, even when it feels impossible, is what eventually creates change. And for me, an aspect of that change came when I found the right therapist, someone who really got me, who understands me, who I connected with instantly. BetterHelp is on a mission to make starting therapy easier. Unlike friends or strangers who mean well, who don't fully understand your situation, therapy gives you a safe space with someone trained to help you work through what you're going through. Therapy isn't about quick fixes, it's about long-term growth and support, and BetterHelp designed their therapist match commitment to make that possible. BetterHelp uses over a decade of matching experience, clinical experience, and your preferences to match you with someone who makes sense for you. And if it's not working out, you can switch anytime at no extra cost. You can get started today by clicking the link in my description or by visiting betterhelp.com/Chris Stuckmann, and you'll get 10% off your first month of therapy. So definitely check out that link below. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I've been excited for this movie as soon as it was announced. Obviously, I don't really have to explain why. If you like film, you love Paul Thomas Anderson. And so, of course, I was going to see this movie. It has such an amazing cast, and it was a secret screening at Fantastic Fest. I unfortunately had to miss that because I was only at the first half of the festival. I just was so excited to go to a theater today and see it with one guy, which really scares me. Listen, I have been making a plea on my channel for the past few years, and I'm going to do it again. I think maybe really hardcore for this video. Please just go see this movie in a theater. I don't even care if you like movies. If you just so happen to stumble across this video and you're like, who's that guy? Just, I don't know, man, just go see it. We really, really need to let Hollywood know that it's okay for filmmakers like Paul Thomas Anderson to get a budget of $130 million, because I loved this movie. I adored everything about it. It is so unconventional in its approach. Everything you would expect to see in a movie that focuses on freedom fighters and revolutionaries and the government and the cops trying to bring them down. None of those things come to fruition. Everything about this movie feels unique, feels very much so Paul Thomas Anderson, but it's also a 2-hour, 41-minute movie that has car chases, explosions, gunplay, great character interactions, dark comedy. Definitely holds up a mirror against our current country and the things that are going on around us. And I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. I loved this film so much. I am just so excited it exists. This feels like a movie with a capital M. When you hear that phrase that I've certainly said that I think some of us are getting tired of hearing, they don't make them like they used to. This is one of those that they used to make. It just feels like I was in the year 1999 and got to see an incredible artist do something like he did with Magnolia that year. That's the type of thing that happened almost every single weekend back in the day. It didn't feel like it was an anomaly. You got an amazing movie that felt like it was artistic, that had a vision, that was also big and entertaining and had tons of background actors and scope. And that's all present here. And it is somehow balancing all of these very different feels perfectly. It is a very tense movie. There's like a 30-minute sequence near the film's midpoint, I would estimate, where you have a riot going on. You have these like parkour skaters. You've got DiCaprio trying to flee from the cops. You've got Benicio del Toro helping him. And all of this is intercut so seamlessly with a section of music that maintains throughout this whole chunk of the film that feels like it's building an intensity. I was absolutely riveted. The beating heart of this movie is essentially that DiCaprio's daughter, as a teenager, becomes in peril. And there's some confusion about what her place in all of this is. And he has spent the past 16 years in hiding after this really great run as a freedom fighter and doing all of these things. And he gets high a lot and he gets drunk a lot. There's a great sequence. In fact, it's a kind of a multiple scenes really, where he's on the phone trying to remember a code from 16 years ago. And he just can't, as hard as he's trying. He's like a more paranoid, hyper-fixated version of the dude from Big Lebowski. He's excellent in the movie, as is Teyana Taylor. Really great work there. Newcomer Chase Infiniti is phenomenal. She makes an instant impression. I loved her so much, but honestly, for me, the standout of this movie was Sean Penn. He plays a terrifying villain who is filled with hatred and misogyny and bigotry, and he's just an awful person. And he is magnificent. His walk is astounding. He's like an action figure without enough points of articulation, somehow swapped with the bravado of Vince McMahon. I would be shocked if he's not nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and he will probably win. Everything that I thought was going to happen, with like the way certain characters are set up and the way some beats are presented to us, didn't. All the things that you would expect to go a certain way, Anderson finds a way to subvert those expectations, and not in a way that makes you go like, oh, okay, in a way that makes you go like lean forward and be like, okay, this is really fun and interesting. That being said, my best friend in the whole world hated this movie. So it's not going to be for everybody, and that's not new to any PTA fans. There's a lot of people who probably saw Magnolia in 99 and were like, what? The frogs? What's happening right now? Same with Inherent Vice. I mean, Inherent Vice is not my favorite PTA film, but I love There Will Be Blood, and there are a lot of people who don't like that movie. And for me, One Battle After Another is my favorite film he's made since There Will Be Blood. I just felt like I was watching a film that came out in the 90s or 2000s, in regards to not necessarily the vibes of the movie, but the way Hollywood used to treat filmmakers back then and let people make what they wanted to make. And you could watch great big movies like this that weren't about any specific IP, even though this is inspired by a book. This is the type of thing that is going to be difficult for audiences to get excited about if you're not fans of PTA or Leo, which obviously there's a lot of people who are. But I was nervous when I walked into this theater today and saw one other guy. So I will implore you once again, please put your money where your mouth is. If you're one of those people that's out there being like, film is dead, movie theaters are dead or whatever, unless you want to become a self-fulfilling prophecy where the things you say, you make them happen, go to the theater and support movies like this when they come around. That's how we get more of them. This 2-hour, 41-minute movie felt like 2 hours to me. It just went like that. So impressive. Perfectly paced. I don't know if I've seen a better movie this year. I'll have to think about it. It's absolutely incredible. I don't want to say anything else. Just go see it. And coming very soon, my 13th annual Halloween special is about to begin. I have already filmed a lot of videos. I've been able to get a lot of videos done during this press tour for my film, Shelby Oaks, which comes out October 24th. Please go see that film as well. We are an indie film made for not a lot of money, completely grassroots from the ground up, a genuine, true labor of love independent film that is getting a wide release in theaters, and I'm so proud and excited about that. We had a great time at Fantastic Fest. The premiere was amazing. I met so many great people. Honestly, one of the best weekends of my life, and it was my 11th anniversary with my wife. Just an incredible weekend. So please do see that film on October 24th, and look forward to the 13th annual Halloween special beginning on October 1st. Thank you as always for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.